In this video, I'll be reviewing the Instant Pot Duo Evo Plus, giving you all the pros, the cons, the key features, and if I think it's worth it. So if you have an Instant Pot or you've been on the fence about getting one, then this is the video for you. Welcome back to Our Family B. I'm Brigitte, and if you're already part of the OFB community, go ahead and hit the like button. And if you're new around here, we talk about food and faith and finance and everything that goes into having a healthy family. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. We post videos every Tuesday and Friday. Today I'm sharing all about my new Instant Pot Duo Evo Plus. And at the end of the video, I'm gonna share footage with you of my first day using it, my first impressions, and what I did to meal prep with it. So make sure you watch all the way to the end so you don't miss out. I have the Instant Pot Duo Evo Plus. This is the 6-quart. It's a newer model, and I feel like the 6-quart is a size that most people will want to get, especially for families. The 8-quart is better for bigger families if you have more than 6 people, but the smaller one is just a little too small. You can't exactly do a lot of meal prep in it, which is what I like to use my Instant Pot for. I've been going back and forth on getting an Instant Pot for the last 4 years. I just never wanted to spend the money. I didn't know if it was worth it. I went back and forth and back and forth. I could just never pull the trigger to actually buy one. And I didn't pull the trigger to buy one. My husband did. He found a great deal on this one on Black Friday, and so while I was napping, he was a little ninja and he ordered it online. Maybe he just didn't want to hear me go back and forth for another 4 years. He was like, I'm just gonna get her one so she can put it to rest. She can play with it and meal prep and do whatever. And it was a good deal, so he was like, let's do it. So let's talk about price point for the Instant Pot, varying models of Instant Pots versus crock pots and versus standalone pressure cookers. This newer model Instant Pot usually goes for about $120, depending on where you get it, between $110 to $140. There are older models of Instant Pots that you can get for around $80 to $100. So it just depends on what key features you want, which we're gonna talk about in a minute. Now, Instant Pots versus crock pots are a big price difference. So crock pots will range for a 6-quart anywhere between $20 to $40, which is a lot less expensive, but you're only getting one function, and that's crock pot. You cook it on high or you cook it on low, and that's it. The Instant Pot obviously gives you a lot more versatility, so there are big differences. The Instant Pot also can be used as a crock pot. I have not done that yet, but it is one of the features on it. Does the crock pot still have a place in my home? Well, you'll have to keep listening to find out if I'm gonna get rid of mine or not. A standalone pressure cooker that goes on the stove averages about $120, which is very similar to the Instant Pot. You can get those on sale between $90 and $100, but again, it only does one thing. It manually pressure cooks. Some may argue it does that one thing better than the Instant Pot. Some may argue that having the many features of the Instant Pot makes it worth it, considering they're the same price. So what you want your machine to do is key here. I'm just gonna throw in here that the pressure cooker that goes on the stove is not a set and forget it, which in my opinion, I'm just gonna throw it out right now, my opinion on the pressure cooker, I don't wanna have to sit there and manually pressure cook something. I want to be able to, since it's electric, set it and forget it because I have a lot going on. And when I'm meal prepping, I get caught up with other things. I don't wanna have to forget about something and it burns and then it's wasted time and then I have to clean it and then it's a whole big thing. But the debate between an Instant Pot and a crock pot is still up in the air. Okay, let's talk about key features here of the Instant Pot Duo Evo Plus. Like I said, this is a newer model. It is a 10-in-1 electric cooker. It is a pressure cooker, a rice cooker, a slow cooker, a yogurt maker, a steamer, it sous vides, it sautés, it has a food warmer, a cake maker, and you can use it as a stock pot. The inner part comes out and it has 2 handles, so you can just move it right to your stove if you want. It also has 48 presets, so you don't have to guess about how long to put stuff in. It's already programmed in there for you. No, this is not sponsored, but I will leave a link in the description box below if you're interested in getting this. What do I see myself using the most with this pressure cooker? After having it only a couple weeks right now, that I'll use the pressure cooker, which obviously it's mainly a pressure cooker, I feel like. The saute function, the rice cooker, which I have used multiple times already. I have steamed a couple of vegetable items in there and I think that was good. So there are multiple functions that I will for sure use as of right now, but I also do want to experiment with the yogurt setting and the cake maker in it. So if you don't want to miss videos when I do them about that, make sure you're subscribed down below. Okay, let's talk about pros and cons that I've found thus far in using it for a couple of weeks. Pro. The interface on the Instant Pot Duo Evo Plus is really easy to work with. I have not owned another Instant Pot, but from looking at pictures and other videos on the other ones, this one is super easy to click through and to pick, and the presets are all there. 9 times out of 10, if you can't find a recipe and you wanna just wing it, the presets are there. They're probably gonna work. I mean, I'm sure they have been tested and all that, so it really takes the guesswork out of finding a setting to use. And I don't know about you, but I'm constantly trying to dump mental stuff to make more room because there's just so much going on, and when I have too much in my head that I have to try to remember, I get overwhelmed. And I don't want to be overwhelmed. I want to be calm and peaceful. So not having to think about constantly finding a recipe or anything like that for the Instant Pot, I just click the preset is really helpful because it clears up my mind so I can think about other things, like what I'm gonna get my family for Christmas. We have some videos on that, so I'm gonna link them down below and up in the cards, so make sure you check them out if you haven't already. And as a little side note here, we launched our first paid product, which is a DIY natural lip balm kit. If you have not seen that video, I'm gonna link it down below. Check it out, it's awesome. It's such a cute, easy, affordable way to make a homemade gift for your family, for your friends, and heck, even for yourself, because this is the lip balm that I use and have been using for the past like 8 years, and I love it so much. So we made a little kit so that you can enjoy it too. Also a pro is the ease of use of this pressure cooker. I really didn't have to read the directions much. I just turned it on and pushed the buttons, like literally. I did read the directions because I'm that type of person, but it's really just like a plug in and fill it and you're good to go. As for cons, I can't really think of any right now. I've been using it and it's been great. Like all of the new features that have been improved upon from previous models, I think are really game changers for this Instant Pot. The number one reason why I was hesitant to get an Instant Pot in the past was because of the whole it will explode on me, I don't know what to do. And then when you have to release the pressure, you have to like get a wooden spoon and like turn the thing, or you have to like get a oven mitt and like turn it, and then it like explodes on you and it's like, ah, scary. But with this new lid, that doesn't happen. Here is the lid. This is where the steam comes out, and it actually has a little cover on it. So if you take it off, here's the little pressure thing that most other ones have. And then this little steamer thing goes right on top. But how you release the pressure is the cool part. There's this little flip right here that goes up and down. And this is what will release the pressure, which is far away from this thing where the steam comes out. So you're never really at risk of like getting your hand burned off. This little red indicator here tells you when pressure has been reached, and obviously you do not want to open it then. And when it goes down, it tells you that you can open it safely and all the pressure has been released. So that on the lid has been super helpful to me because I was really scared of like burning my hand. It's really loud and all of that. But this has made it so easy and I'm not afraid to do it at all. Ooh, real quick, another thing about this particular model, the Instant Pot Duo Evo Plus, is that when you put the lid on, it will automatically set to seal. So you never forget, and then you're like, why is this not coming to pressure? Well, it automatically does it for you. Oh, and the other thing I was gonna say that's a really cool feature is that because it has the LCD display, it tells you when it's preheating, basically like when it's coming up to pressure, and it'll have a little bar that you can track the progress. Then when it's cooking, it tells you the cook and it tells you the countdown time. And then when it's done and it switches over to a natural release or keeping warm setting, it will do a countdown and it will start counting up for you so you know, oh, it's been 4 minutes that it's been naturally releasing. Let me do a quick release now and hit the little button. So I find that super helpful because I can just go over and look and see where it's at in the process, and it gives me a good idea when I'm meal prepping, okay, I have this much time until I need to come back to it, instead of just waiting for it to beep. And like, what if I'm in the bathroom and I don't hear it beeping, and then it's like, all is lost. So those are other cool features I really, really like. So this is the inner pot, and this can be used as a stock pot. You can put it right on your stove, and these two little handles make it super easy to take in and out. And of course it comes with this little steamer. So if you want to put water on the bottom and then put eggs on this, which I have done and you'll see in a minute, super easy, you just lay it in there, pour the water, put your stuff on top, and voila. Put this right in the Instant Pot. Good to go, close it up, hit your settings. And on the lid, there's this like rapid cool section right here where you can pop this off, and you can put ice here and it will rapidly cool down what's inside. I have not tried it yet, but that is also a feature you can look into. And there's this little steamer cap that goes on the back, and it collects all of the steam, and you can just take it off and dump it. And this one comes with 2 sealing rings. So there's a clear one on the inside that helps to seal the lid on, but it also comes with this red one. So you have 2, and what it recommends is using one for savory dishes and one for sweet dishes, because it does start to retain a smell even if you wash it, which all Instant Pots do that. But it's cool that you can have this one if you're doing sweet things, so it doesn't interrupt and like you don't get some weird flavor in like your cake or yogurt. So I think that's pretty cool. So I designated red for sweets because, you know, red equals heart and heart equals sweets, so. I honestly can't think of anything to improve it right now. Maybe after I use it another 6 months, I'll think, oh, hey, this feature would be cool. But since this is a newer model and the Instant Pot has been around for a while, they've definitely improved on some of the features, which I think is really cool, and that's why I'm really glad that Brandon got this model, because it really combines the best of everything they've had in the past. A note about the sous vide: I've never tried it in the Instant Pot, and I've really not seen a ton of recipes on it. I know it can do it, but actually we already have a sous vide machine, and we love cooking our steaks in it. If you've never checked out those videos, I'm gonna link them down below. They make amazing steaks, and then you can reverse sear them, and it's so good. You can also cook poultry in it. You can cook pork chops in it, which we also do a lot of pork in. You can cook vegetables and anything you want in it, basically. If you've never tried sous videing, I would definitely give it a go. Okay, let's go back in time and see how I used the Instant Pot on the first day and what my first impressions were. I got a present. Dun, dun, da-da! Okay, it says to add 3 cups of water to the inner pot. It's beeping at me. Move the quick release switch to vent. Here we go. So I guess I have to wait for the little thing to drop back down. Oh, it dropped back down. Okay, put the lid back on. Does it have eggs on here? See what eggs does. 5 minutes, cool. And stir. And it's preheating. So I guess, let me set the timer for 4 minutes because that's what the recipe said. And then I quick release it for the rest of the time. So I'm guessing the little thing won't go down until I quick release it after the 4 minutes, because it'll still be pressurized, but it's naturally releasing, so guess we'll see. They peeled great, which was awesome. I feel like they might be a little soft in the middle, so let me cut one open and see. No, they're pretty perfect. They're pretty perfect, so that is a win. And it was very easy, very hands-off, so I'm gonna put these in the fridge and make some egg salad later. I also wanna see if the kids will eat hard-boiled eggs. I don't know, like, I hear of other kids loving hard-boiled eggs, and I don't know, it's good protein, but I don't know if my kids will eat it. I mean, I don't like plain hard-boiled eggs. I like egg salad though, but I don't know, every kid's different. I think sometimes we only give them what we like instead of introducing them to all these different foods, because maybe they will like it, you know what I mean? So, going in the fridge. Get the rice started. And I'm just gonna add some seasoning. I'm gonna try some of the beef bouillon. Hopefully it like dissipates okay. So I'm gonna do the rice setting and just see what happens. Okay, we've got brown rice. Okay. Oh, it says 30 minutes. Okay, the rice is beeping at me, so I guess I'm gonna let it naturally release for like 10 minutes. Rice is done. Does this mean the thing is up? I think that means it's already naturally released, but I'll try it. Well, there's the rest of it. Oh wait, it has to go down, I think, for it to be depressurized. I always forget. Oh, there it goes. It's pretty good. Chewy, but not crunchy and not too soft. I think 30 minutes would be too long, but maybe I'm gonna do 25 next time. Now that I have an Instant Pot, I'm gonna really have to pay attention to other people when they do recipes and how long they do it for, because, you know, everyone has slightly different, you know, cook times and all of that. So I did 22, but I'm gonna try 25 next time for the rice. So let me pack this up and we'll move on to the next thing. They're not steamed enough. Cook for 6 minutes and see what happens. We're learning as we live here, people. Okay, the carrots have been naturally releasing for 5 minutes, so I'm gonna do the vent and then see how they are. I do like that little button though, instead of having to like do it on the old ones. They're a lot softer, but they're firm, and I think those will be easier for like the kids to eat. So I think I'll take these out and store them in the fridge. Okay, next up, because we're going with the one item dishes right now, because I haven't graduated yet to doing multiple things in it together, but I'm gonna try to just do some noodles in it because I like to send the kids with like butter noodles and like a little salt for lunches, and I do need to pack them lunches for the next couple of days. So I'm like, you know what, let's just try to do noodles in here and see if it's easy. So I think you just add them, cook them covered with water. Let me look up the time. This says whole grain penne pasta here. Cook time 10 to 12 minutes on the stove. Take the lowest time, which is 10 minutes, divide it in half, which is 5 minutes, and then subtract 2 minutes, which is 3 minutes of cooking time. We're gonna try that. We're gonna do 3 minutes. 3 and go. Check back in with you. It's preheating now. Let's see how long it takes to preheat. That's the thing people don't talk about, is that it actually takes time to preheat. So yeah, it takes quicker amount of time to like cook it, but it has to preheat and then either naturally release or vent out, which takes a couple minutes. So it might not be faster in some senses, but I think it's definitely going to be easier. So I'm very excited to have it because at least it's hands off, you know, like I don't have to sit there and watch the stove and like make sure it doesn't boil over, because you know with kids, you get so distracted by everything and you end up like leaving and then you burn what's on the stove or like all the water. I can't tell you how many pots I have ruined because I was boiling something in it and then got distracted with the kids because they're like, mommy, whatever, they fall, they try to like climb the stairs when they're not supposed to. And then I forget about the stuff on the stove and then all of a sudden I smell something. I'm like, what is that? And I'm like, ah, it's boiling and it's burned and now I've ruined another pot. I gotta cancel. I did not add salt and I did not add a fat like olive oil or butter. Tablespoon. I'm writing everything down that I'm testing so I can know, because you know your memory fails as you get older. Instant Pot trials. It is al dente, although I want it a little softer for the kids. So can you redo it for another minute? I don't know. I'm gonna try it. Okay, that's good. Definitely soft, not al dente. It will be good for the kids. Okay, I want to cook this frozen broccoli in the Instant Pot, and I'm confused because everything I read online says to set it for 0 minutes. I don't understand. So what, the preheating is what cooks it? Like, but my fresh carrots took forever to cook, so how would the frozen broccoli not take as long? I don't understand. It says cook it for 1 minute or 0 minutes. If this is like 1 minute, seriously, I'm gonna be amazed. So I'm gonna add a cup of water. I don't understand. I don't understand. Is everyone else confused? I'm confused. Cover, pressure, custom, 1 minute, start. Please, I need help. Can you link your favorite Instant Pot recipes down below? Because I want to use this thing a ton and I need recipes and I'm a beginner. So just put them all the recipes down below. Thanks. Every time. Wow, guys, I'm impressed. They are very tender. You can break it apart with just like this spatula. So 1 minute, yeah, that's the way to go. Alrighty, that was a win. Broccoli accomplished. I did it for 1 minute on the high pressure and it was great. So here's the $1 million question. Is the Instant Pot worth it? I'm gonna go with yes. Is the crock pot worth it? I'm gonna go with yes. I actually really love having both of these things to meal prep. Yes, they serve different functions, and yes, the Instant Pot can serve as a crock pot if needed, but I really love to have both things going so that I can maximize my time, because who doesn't want to work efficiently? I love having another machine that I can just set and forget, because listen, when I'm meal prepping and I have a lot going on and I'm trying to do 10 things at once, I want to be able to just set one thing and leave it until I want to come back to it. And with the crock pot, I can do that. As of right now, no, I will not be getting rid of the crock pot. I like having both of them, but do I think the Instant Pot is worth it? Yes. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And I want to say thank you to all of our supporters on Patreon and YouTube channel membership. We love having community with you guys and chatting with you on the Discord. You guys really mean a lot to us, and that's why we're doing this, because we love community and we love connecting with you guys. So if you've never commented before, make sure you comment down below. Tell us your name, tell us a fun fact, and tell us where you're from. To become part of the community on Patreon or YouTube channel membership, check out the link in the description box below. And to see more videos we've done, also click below. Until we meet again, don't forget, life is better together. All right, let's go do something productive.